Welcome to Learn Accounting Pro Studio, where we simplify accounting and Excel for professionals and students alike. In today's tutorial, we'll walk through creating an automated invoicing system in Excel that allows you to generate invoices by selecting customers from dropdown, automatically populate their details like this, and calculate totals including taxes. Export the invoices as PDF with a single click. This system is perfect for anyone looking to streamline their billing process, so let's get into it. First step is to create an invoice template, which is what we have over here under this invoice tab. And to the side I have this customers tab, which is where we would list all of our customers with their respective details. In this invoice tab, you can see I already have some of the formatting done. So if you want to follow along, you can download this exact same file in the video description for free. Now we can make this invoice dynamic. For example, under this bill to here, we want to have a drop down. So if we select a certain customer, we can have their details. For this, we will make the drop down list by going to data and clicking on this button data validation, and select from this drop down list and click on the source. And for the source, we need to go to our customers tab, continue to select from the first customer all the way to the bottom, Control Shift and down, enter, and then select OK. So now we have a list like this. You can see we can select our customers from this list. Below it, we want their details, for example their address and so on. We will use index and match functions. Equals to index, hit the tab key. What are we looking here? The return array is what we want as the answer. We want their address number 1, comma, match, bracket open. The lookup here is the customer, so select D5, cell for customer name, and hit F4 key for dollar signs. So when you drag this formula down, it's going to remain fixed. Now comma, the lookup array is basically where we can find our customer. We can find it in column B of the customer sheet. This is the column B, and then comma and 0 for exact match. Now close the function with brackets and hit enter. Now drag this formula to the two cells below it for their address number 2 and their email. Now select the address 2 cell and change the customer C to customer D, because in the D column you can see we have address number 2 line. And now for email, change this customer C to E, because we have in column E their contact, their email ID. So now if you change from this drop down menu, you can see it's also updating. Now if we add a new customer, we can see their details as well. Like for example, we can add Blue Ridge. We have added this 4th customer. Now you can see we can select it's the drop down list is also showing the 4th customer and its details. So now we can work on invoice date. This invoice number will be filled in manually. For the date, we will use is equal to today. Hit enter. This will change whenever we open the Excel file, and we can change the format control 1. For due date is equal to this invoice date plus 30 or 15, whichever you would like, whichever is applicable to your business. It's given 1st of July 2025. Now let's work on the pricing and taxes. For example, we have product A, quantity 1, unit price 100 USD. In the tax cell, use the formula is equal to this unit price multiplied by quantity and multiplied by tax rate. We can assume 0.18. It's giving 18 USD. For total excluding tax is equal to unit price multiplied by quantity. Hit enter. It's giving 100 USD. So if we change the quantity to 2, it will give us 200 USD and tax will also update. Now drag this tax and total all the way down. We are getting zeros, which doesn't look very nice. So we are going to remove them by adding an if statement. So for tax, open the function is equal to if, open the bracket, and this quantity D11 is equal to 0, comma, quotation marks, comma, and now close the bracket. Now drag it down and we are no longer getting the zeros. Now for the total excluding tax, open the function is equal to if, bracket, this quantity is equal to 0, comma, quotation marks, comma, and close the bracket. And now drag it all the way down, and now we are not getting any zeros. So now for subtotal USD, here is equal to sum, bracket, enter. And for tax here is equal to sum, bracket, and all the way, and hit enter. Total USD is equal to subtotal plus tax. Now in the bottom we have payment info and comments. These will not be going to change for us, so we will keep them as they are. Now to make the invoice printable, select the whole area which you want to print, leaving a few gaps. Go to page layout, print area, set print area. So this is our print area. Go to margins, select narrow. We can test that by going to Control P. So this is our preview. It's looking very nice and clean. Next up, we will create a button over to the side that will say export to PDF. So when we click it, it's going to export our invoice as a PDF in one click. For this, we need to save this file as a macro enabled workbook. Go to file, save as, desktop, and select from this drop down menu Excel macro enabled workbook and save it anywhere. Now head over to developer tab. If you can't see this tab, just go to any other tab, right click, customize the ribbon, and over on this right side you can see this developers tab is ticked. If it's unticked for you, you can tick it and press OK. To create this export as PDF button, we are going to write a simple code. And don't worry, if you haven't written a code before, you can follow these easy steps and learn it. Now go to this developer tab and click on this Visual Basic button. A window like this will open up. We will split screen it so we can work side by side. Now go to Insert and click on Module. Now we want to create what is known as a sub or a sub procedure and name it PDF and 2 brackets. This sub or sub procedure are a set of instructions or actions that we want to tell Excel to do. Hit enter. Within it we want to declare our variables, which is essentially telling Excel what kind of data type we want, like a string of text. Now write dim space invoice underscore number space as long. Enter. Dim space name space as string. Enter. Dim space file underscore path space as string. Enter. Dim space file name file underscore name space as string. You can name these anything you want. Now that we have declared our variables, we want to tell Excel exactly where they are located. So first we have invoice number, invoice underscore number space equals to range bracket open quotation mark, and where is the invoice number? Invoice number is in G4 here, so we will type G4 quotation mark and bracket close. Enter. Name space equals to range bracket open and quotation mark D5. What is D5? D5 is our customer name. D5 quotation mark close bracket close. Enter. File underscore path equals to, this will be the address where we want our file to be saved, and you can save it anywhere. I have created this invoices folder. Go to its address bar and copy it and simply paste it between the quotation marks, and make sure to put this forward slash sign and enter. Finally, we are just missing the file name, which is going to be a combination of invoice number and customer name. So file underscore name space equals to invoice underscore number space ampersand space quotation mark underscore quotation mark close space ampersand name, hit enter. I put this underscore here to separate invoice number from the name so they don't get glued together. So we have now told Excel VBA where things are located, and the next step is to tell it what to actually do, which is to export as a PDF file. So type active sheet dot export as fixed format space type semicolon equals to Excel type PDF comma ignore print areas semicolon equals to false comma file name semicolon equals to file underscore path space ampersand space file underscore name and hit enter. Now we are ready to go. We can run it by pressing on this play button. Now head over to desktop, your invoice folder, and you can find these invoices in PDF with invoice number and customer name. Next up, so we don't have to write this code again and again, we will just create a button inside Excel that we just can press once to export to PDF. Go to Insert under the Developers tab and click on this button. Create a box with the help of mouse. Link it to the PDF macros that we have just created. Click OK. Now right click on the box, edit text, and rename it export as PDF. Now let's give it a try. Change the customer name from drop down list. You will select Johnson Hardware and change the quantity to 10, and we can add product B, quantity 1, price 150, and click on export as PDF. Now head over to the invoice folder and we can find our invoice Johnson Hardware. You can see everything is looking very nice, and there you have it, a fully automated invoicing system in Excel that saves you time and ensures accuracy. If you found this tutorial helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Learn Accounting Pro Studio for more practical accounting and Excel tutorials. Thanks for watching, keep learning, and I'll see you in the next one.